All right, today's going to be a fun one as we're kind of exploring a couple different things. I think we're getting close to revamping the system yet again. I think it's been a little bit. I got a video coming out on the main channel about NeoVim soon, kind of going over that journey and kind of where I'm at in it. And also kind of looking back on my Linux here. I always am looking to change things up a bit. We might discuss this a little bit. I'm going to pull up chat and we're going to kind of go through and see exactly where we're at with exploring like maybe a new Linux distro, or even, I really loved my time in Nix OS. I think I could make that configuration a little bit better. So we'll see what everybody's feeling like, and maybe do a reload today. Maybe not. I'm not sure yet. So stay tuned. Let's update the title and everything for today's stream. And let's go here. I did notice something too. Man, that whole best web browser, a lot of people took that out of context. The whole thorium thing. That was the best web browser for me. There's some ambiguity, different things happening there with that video, but, I really enjoyed, I still love thorium. But, I mean, there was Mercury, if you're a Firefox user, that Alex makes, but heck, everybody's can be a little bit different. It's like saying, NeoVim's the best text editor ever. Maybe the title of the next video, but not for everybody. Not for everybody. SerenityOS, well, we can take a look at it. Yeah, let's start throwing out. Let's see what we're doing on that. Let's go. Can we run like some Chatterino? Pull up chat here. Whew. Yeah, there is no perfect browser. Totally agree with you 100% there, bud. And SerenityOS, let me take a look. I usually shoot down distros I've never heard of, but sometimes there's neat ideas with the distros. More often than not, when I look at obscure distros, it's like, oh, it's just Debian based with a couple little additions to it. Let's just check the Wikipedia. What do they say? All right, open source, blah, 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 blah. Hosts multiple complex applications and tuning its own web browser. Okay. Well, that is interesting. Different kernel as well. Initial release was 5 years ago. Well, this is not just another fork, is it? Emulates operating systems from the 1990s. Whoa. That's cool. That kind of brings me back. That has some definite like Windows 98 SE vibes, doesn't it? Ooh. I mean, I kind of like it. System monitor, it did not look like this, but very interesting. Yeah, that is so cool. Let's go to their website. It's SerenityOS.org. It's a Unix-like operating system for desktop computers. It's a love letter to the 90s user interfaces. I mean, some of the 90s interfaces I do miss. Some of them I don't. But some of them I do. Wow, very bare bones. Nothing too crazy here. Yeah, this feels sacrilegious, doesn't it? All right, let's go to their GitHub. How much? Well, okay. Active development. Last commit an hour ago. 56,000 commits. So obviously a very passionate community. Almost 1,000 contributions. Primarily C++. Rarely do you see C++ as a primary language, but it makes sense. Wow. Yeah. Okay. You have definitely piqued my interest here. Let me sign into my GitHub. I don't know why I'm not signed in. 1 second. That's weird. All right. 26,000 stars with Serenity. How big is it, you think? Do we have a releases section? That is super cool, though. Man, this is a whole community I didn't even know about. Huge community, though. Look how many stars we got. Tons of contributions, tons of commits. All these are just great positive signs. Not what I was expecting for the first thing in chat, but very, very cool. So you got to build it. Does it not have an ISO? You do. Oh, look at that. It requires you to build it. Okay, we got some like DWM action happening on OS. No way. How cool. Wow. Well, that makes me curious. Well, obviously us being like a obscure, although, yeah, no. Didn't really have it right here. Probably do like a Nix build of it. Yeah, it's written from scratch. It's not just another Unix fork. Yeah, no doubt. It's so neat. I love it. Okay, this is something that's interesting. See, this is why I love talking to chat, because I would have never found this project. 12 hours to compile. I don't think it would take that long. Although my system is not very powerful, so it may take that long. If I had like a Threadripper or something, we could power right through this. All right. Let's see. Probably. It looks like it's going right off of QEMU. So does this only... Obviously, you're probably not going to build this on hardware, huh? That's probably the only downside I see here, but I mean, it makes sense. Let's see. Build Essential. I don't think we're going to grab all these, but let's see what OPI finds. Kind of curious. Oops. There's probably CMake. We'll just have to go through each one. Yeah, it's not made to run on hardware yet. So you basically just open this up in a... I mean, it would still make for a fun video. Although, so to make it... I kind of want to wipe out OpenSUSE. I think the honeymoon phase is over with me in OpenSUSE. And I kind of want to just zap it and move on. Does anybody have any ideas for where I should move to next? Let's see how many people troll me in chat. Debian Sid, that would be pretty easy, AJ. Done Debian Sid a bunch. Gen 2, okay. One troll in chat. I love you, Plutos. Avoid's interesting. I could totally see that. Yeah. Nix OS, I loved my time in Nix OS. I would love to dump back into it. The cool thing about Nix would be it would be super easy to get right back to where it was, because everything's included in my repo. And not much has changed. I would just swap Brave for Thorium and make some edits before we did the install. Debian Sid's Dev Panda's normal desktop operating system. Oh no, what do we have? Magnus, how's it going? Did I miss something? So have you touched on Bazzite OS or not? Oh yeah, Bazzite. Let's see what that was. That's right, that's a more obscure distro too. Let's copy selection. What do we have for that? We'll come back to SerenityOS. Bazzite. OCI image serves as an alternate operating system for the Steam Deck and ready-to-game SteamOS for desktop computers. This was something I really wanted to explore on that little micro PC, the RDNA 3 PC we had. That would be like a supercharged Steam Deck. That's something... How did I not start this? I'm going to start this one. This is something I wanted to do a video on as well, making... I probably titled it like Steam Machine Titus version or something like that. That would be cool, because I would load up this and then have an HTPC for like my main room in there, and it'd be something the kids could use, and it would have the SteamOS interface. I love the idea of this right here. So this is definitely going to happen, Magnus. Probably not today's stream, but I love the idea. Man, lots of Void. All right. DistroBox is just kind of on it in addition to it, right? I know. I've been super lazy lately. I've actually just been playing games and messing around. Did you check the DTOS? I know he's distributing an ISO now. Old DistroTube is. Yes, you do need to remind me later. But I do. That is on my list of... What is on my to-do list? All right, let's see. Install any network driver offline. That's like a... There's a package I use for that. Invent Kickstarter. I just finished that video. Switch to SystemD, or switch from SystemD to like another init system using Debian. That would be interesting. Disable IPv6. I'm going to get tons of hate for, but explaining why you'd do such a thing and explaining when IPv6 is used and possible functionality loss that you might experience. There's a lot going on with IPv6. I know I'm going to get skewered if I do make that video. I think I'm going to delete this one. It's not worth the hate I'd get showing people IPv6 disables. I can just hear the network admins and stuff already coming down on me. What Microsoft isn't telling you about Edge? The downfall of Windows. I don't know. That's still very workshopping. All right, let's make... oh, that one's a good one. Why and how I block all YouTube shorts. That's a good one. Oh, it's already on here. BlueOS. Yeah, I already had it here. Let's put it towards the top. I'm going to put it right below this one. This is an easy one I can power through. This one's going to require at least a couple weeks worth of work to do. And then file converter, that's going to be another easy one. We're going to mix them up. Let's just delete that. I like to go easy, hard, and that way if I need to get a video out, I can just grab an easy one. And hard will require weeks of work. It's funny, you know, sometimes the easy ones go off like crazy. But the hard ones are really nice too. I enjoy it. Challenge. Oh, you have an IPv4 ISP. That's rare. All right, we're going to do a poll. Okay. Fluffy, we're going to be doing a new distro. All right, what's the poll going to be? All right, let's go new poll. New distro. All right, we got NixOS. We can revisit NixOS. We got Void. That was mentioned a bunch. We got 3 more options. I'm not putting LFS. This is going to be for my main box. What's the Void package manager? Oh, it's a whole unique package manager on Void. I don't know if I want to do that. I'll meet you guys halfway. I'm not doing Void. I'll do... What's that other one? Non-SystemD. I'll do a non-system... What, like Artix probably? Yeah. Simple, fast, SystemD free. I'll meet you guys halfway. We're gonna... Instead of Void, we're doing Artix. I can't live in Void, man. I just can't. No Gentoo. Solus, I kind of hate. Alpine... APK's alright. Devuan. Yeah, we could try Devuan as well. It's like Debian, but no SystemD. We'll fill it out. I know you guys want Gentoo and Void and all the crazy stuff, but you gotta remember, this is gonna be my studio PC. I gotta live in this, and I don't want life to be difficult and hard for myself. So, doing a really off-the-wall distro might be fun, but inevitably I'm just gonna wipe it out after like a week or 2. Chimera. I mean, Chimera is immutable, isn't it? Can't remember. ChimeraOS. I know it's a direct spin from SteamOS. Man, I don't know. That might suck. Yeah, Chimera probably... Yeah, I just tinker too much for this to be viable for my studio PC. VanillaOS? Maybe. I know... What do we got? VanillaOS? VanillaOS, what do we got? Is your next... Oh, wow. He even told me it's the next operating system. All right. Working and efficient. Oh, it's GNOME, though. Gross. That's okay. We can probably fix that, maybe. This is just a bunch of marketing jargon. Where's your spec sheet? Looks like someone drank too many soy lattes and decided to write a homepage. I don't like it already, but let's look. Let's see. All right. Where do you tell me about what your damn OS is? I already hate this, but come on. I'm sticking with it. Until I figure out what it is. It's immutable. Is it just like an immutable Debian based? Alright. Alright. Alpha build. AMD 64. It's just weird. They don't actually tell you what it is. They should... Okay, documentation. It's hard to find anything on this. I'm out. Vanilla looks like someone did a bunch of drugs and converted from Mac to Linux. Nabarro's solid, although it's based on Fedora, and no rail-based distros are going to make it on my studio PC. Refuse to do anything rail-based on my studio PC anymore. So anything based on that, Fedora, Red Hat, I'm out on. APX is a package manager. Okay, that's interesting. They don't really tell you what it is. Welcome to the world of Linux. The website gave me corporate feeling. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at on that, Zer. I'm kind of like out. It's like, ugh, this is gross. There's always CentOS. You know, CentOS is one of my very first distros, actually. I loved CentOS back in the day, man. CentOS back in the day was the best ever. Rest in peace, my friend. Yeah, ChimeraOS I've loaded on some PCs just to have. Garuda, another flavor of Arch, just with a bunch of packages. I always think Garuda's a little bit too bloated, although I do like their theming. I think Garuda has amazing theming as well. Endeavor, same. Just, I'd rather just install regular Arch. There's not really much difference between the two. Chimera Linux looks interesting, uses music libc. Isn't Garuda just Arch with sweet KDE? Pretty much. They have a ton of packages that come with it as well. They do a great job with the theming. I do like the way Garuda looks, and it's very user noob friendly, so I get why it is. I'm the moderator of the Linux Tube and was asked to reach out to you. Where's the best place to reach out? You can just reach out here. I'm kind of hard to get a hold of. I'd say hit me up via email, but I rarely check my email these days. Twitter, sometimes. I check that a couple times a week. But yeah, I'm kind of out of the social media landscape a lot. Hannah Montana Linux. So what are we at? So far, NixOS, Artix, Devuan. Do we have anything else you guys want me to add in here that's somewhat sensible to run as a daily driver? I guess we could just rock with these. Chimera Linux. Chimera Linux is immutable, and I like to tinker, and it's more HTPC based. So Chimera is an amazing OS, but not really suitable for what I do. MX Linux, it's been a long time. MX Pop OS. Oh, Chimera's not immutable? I thought it was based on SteamOS. Oh, that's a different Chimera. Okay, let's see. Really? Oh, it is different. General purpose OS born from unhappiness with the state of Linux distributions. All right, this is how you write an article. Okay, you got my attention. I'm immediately not disgusted. I don't hate it. Okay, great. Built around the core idea, simple system that doesn't have to rely on endless setup and customization to be practical. Piqued my interest. It aims to capture the convenience of complex distributions while retaining conceptual simplicity. So that has a good ring to it. To this purpose, it's built from scratch using novel tooling and approaches. Alternative userland. Okay. Core tools from FreeBSD, LLVM. Okay. Here we go. Built from source. Portable. Even runs on RISC-V. Even PowerPC. Dang. You don't see any PowerPC these days. New images. September. That's not too old. Packages. I mean, it's using GNOME out of the gate. I'm not going to hold that against it. Only a little bit. Latest images. Let's see what images it comes with. Alright. We got base. We got that. We got bootstrap, core, full, minimal. Alright. That's interesting. Yeah, we're going to toss that one in there. What's it based on? I think it's not based on anything. Very, very... What about packages? Huh. You know what? I like its messaging. We're going to toss it in the running. I'm probably going to regret that if someone does pick it, but... Chimera. Chimera. Let's call that. Alright, we got one more in there. React OS, get out. I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love me some Windows 2000 though. So great. Rocky. Yeah, we did Rocky not too long ago, but rel-based, it's out. I had Arch. It's an obligation. Man, I just got off Arch not too long ago. We've done it to death. OS2. Oh, FreeBSD. As soon as I pick that. GUIX. Maybe as the... What's a GUIX? I don't think I've seen that one either. I just kind of want something new. Is a functional cross-platform package manager and a tool to initiate... Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm still on AMD GPU. Haven't switched or anything yet. Liberating GUIX is a distribution of the GNU operating system developed for the GNU project, which respects freedom. Transactional upgrades and rollbacks kind of reminds me of NIX OS. Unprivileged package management, and more. When used as a standalone distribution, GUIX supports declarative system configuration for reproducing operating system. Very, I'm getting some really heavy NIX OS vibes here. Hackable. Guiley scheme APIs and high-level domain-specific. I like it. Okay. Now that we're speaking some language that I don't mind. Again, gnome's there, but we won't do that. Well, I like it. Okay, we'll put the GUIX in the running as the 5th one. Very NIX OS. All right. Let's see what everybody says. Everybody go ahead. I'm going to start the poll. Let's see what we get. Magia. Well, at least you guys are throwing out some good distros where it's not just like a fork of Debian with like its own package manager using like KDE. I can't stand another distro that's just a themed out Debian. A lot of the distros chat throughout were all very independent, very much their own thing, which is cool. Oh, look at that. Chimera's getting a lot more votes than I thought. You're not qualified to vote, so I'll stay out of this one. Oh. Linux Mint Monte. I wanted to learn terminal. Could you give me some opinions or a solution where to start from? Ooh, learning terminal. Where would you start? I'm trying to think. What's the best way to start with terminal? I made a couple. I made a terminal playlist probably that you could start with on my main channel. Just go to my page and pull up that playlist. There's also some really good man pages you could do, which is solid. Oh, I'm trying to think. What else we got? Yeah, YouTube tutorials would probably be the best way to start. I know like Learn Linux TV has their own deal too. Man pages are a good way to get in, but it's like finding those commands starting out. Like they don't know what commands to run. Like just browsing directories probably might be a little difficult. Any interest in checking out Asahi Linux at some point? Yeah, AJ. I still have a Mac Mini back there. I could have sold it. Someone offered to buy it off me, and I'm like, yeah, but then I was like, nah, I kind of want to have just like a Mac chilling there, just in case. It's like an old M1 Mac Mini. Nothing too crazy. All right, let's see. King Root sent something in too. Why the votes finishing up? It's looking like Chimera's gonna take the crown for the next one. What do we got? Grub created another Minecraft. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I actually put in the Minegrub. So this is what I have. But they look like they expanded on it. I like the expansion. That's cool. I'll have to redo the Minegrub I have on my bootloader installer. All right. Chimera is the winner with 48% of the vote. Let's start downloading it. All right. Or Chimera, however the hell you say it. Let's go downloads. Let's get the latest images here. We're going to need x86. We got live. Should we do live base? Let's go live base ISO. Obviously, we're not going to pick GNOME. Because why? That sounds terrible. Alrighty. Let's open that guy up. Oops. Let's go downloads. And where's that Chimera? Or Chimera? I don't know how you say it. I'm saying it wrong the whole time, but whatever. Let's go Ventoy. And we'll toss it in here. When we format the drive this time around, I am going to do ext4, and then I'm making a separate partition for my home, and then we're going to put it on there. What do we have right now? Oh, why do I do this to myself? I guess let's just format a couple drives and move on with our day, huh? Let's just go here. Oops. I think we have it going in the background, but we need to move our home folder. Oh, we already have home over here. Let's just do, I think I did this once. Let's just do another copy. Which one was that? Oh, actually, let's stop. We don't need to do that. Let's go BLKID. Which one's labeled home? SDA home? SDB is there too. Let's wipe out SDB. That's a better FS. Wipe FS dev SDB. So now if we go sudo blkd, now we just have, I don't know. What was when you're wiping out the disk? Ah, hell, we'll just use gparted. My brain's not working today. Let's just delete that. Apply. Close, and we'll just create a new partition table, GPT, apply. Well, these are the PNY drives. I really need to take them out, but we're not going to use them after today. I'm going to partition my drive properly. We're going to just use NVMe going forward, so we don't have to do this every time I decide to go out on a whim and install a new OS. And poll, will Chris wipe the wrong drive? We already have that soundbite and clip on the channel. I don't need to do that again. Input output error for SDB. Gotta love that PNY quality. All right. Let's see. View device information, GPT. All right. We're good. All right. So we won't use that drive. So now if we do LSBOK, you can see SDB is cleared. We're going to use SDA though. So if you do a BOK, you can see for SDA home, that is just ext4. We'll use that. Because I want to say that's the latest one we used last time when we were transplanting this. So it should be pretty straightforward. Let's go mount dev SD SDA1 to MNT. And then we're just gonna ls mnt. It should be that perfect. Should we clear cache and everything before we do this? Yeah, let's trash help. What was the trash trash empty? I can't remember. Trash CLI. Trash empty. I was like, there's a command. All right, we're all good there. Maybe do it as sudo. Fine. Okay, that's nice and cleared. Let's go into Titus. Do we remove the cache directory here? I feel like we probably should. If we don't remove cache, it could be problematic. Let's remove cache. That's all good. And then let's go over to M&T, clear up some of it. We're gonna remove that. All right, let's just remove lost and found. All right, let's look at Titus. Let's remove Steam path. What else do we have in here? Let's remove cache. Remove cache. Gparted unfollowed. Oh. Okay, now we got that. Chris loves ChromeOS. I kind of do. I kind of wanted to check out ThoriumOS, man. I might break out my old ChromeOS book and throw ThoriumOS on it. I thought that was kind of an interesting take. I think he's working on it. Which, if you're not familiar, ThoriumOS is ChromeOS, but rebranded and some other additions to it. I thought that was kind of an interesting project. All right. So what we're gonna do now, let's go into home, and what we're gonna do is do rsync avp, which is archive verbose and progress of home, and we're gonna put that in mnt. What this should do is copy. I almost want to put an asterisk here. I don't think the asterisk is needed, but this shouldn't. There should be some stuff in here that it should be able to just get rid of or move through. What distro do I use? Whatever strikes my fancy for the day. I've pretty much just given up on saying I use this distro. It's like I really don't care. Oh, it is grabbing a lot of cache there, isn't it? I feel like I should have emptied the cache one more time, huh? I think I had problems removing that. It's probably like some kind of permission error or something. Do we have cache again? Yeah, there's cache. I'm not going to be using a bin or anything like that. Alright. Now we shouldn't get a whole bunch of cache. Alright, cool. It's not copying cache everywhere. Fast Data, thanks for the Prime, man. Distros don't matter, but don't use these distros. Honestly, you can use whatever you want. It doesn't matter. I just hate it when people like go from like Pop! OS to, geez, give me another Ubuntu fork, Endeavor or something silly like that. Or actually, Endeavor wouldn't be a pretty big difference because that's Arch compared to Debian. So it's like Pop! OS to Elementary OS or even Linux, man. I mean, all those are kind of all Debian based. Yeah, KDE Neon. KDE and Neon's not really meant for the masses, though. KDE and Neon, super funky. Super funky. Yeah, Starship Shell. I always like it. VanillaOS is different enough. I just didn't like a lot of their marketing. Build your own Linux still around? I think, well, there's Linux from scratch. I think it's the closest we got to that. Deepin, yeah, Deepin's the same. Like, it's just another Ubuntu fork, kind of like Elementary or Linux Mint and Pop! OS are all kind of the same to me. Yeah, Mint's not bad. It really isn't. Like, a lot of people are like, Mint's for noobs or whatever. But Mint is very stable. Klim, their lead developer over there, is really, really smart. He's on top of things. I love Mint. Why do you say KDE and Neon's not meant for mainstream? Well, they use apt, but then they tack on like this other janky package manager so they get the latest KDE packages on a Debian base, or Ubuntu base, sorry. It's jank. It's super jank. Like nobody's running or maining KDE Neon that's not a KDE dev. I mean, if you are, you're just crazy to me. I just don't see the point. That seems just wild. Yeah. All right. So we've copied our home folder over here. We should be good. Let's start reloading. I want to get this done in the next hour, right? How long do you think it'll take me? What did we decide on again? I don't even remember the OS. I guess we'll find out. Oh, Chimera. Chimera is what everybody's saying. Like, I forget what chat said. It looked interesting. It was unique. I don't know anything about its package manager or shoot, whatever I learned on this stream is what I know. Let's go. I need to forgive Linux Mint for being compromised for being malware years ago. I don't know if I remember that. All right, here we go. Chimera OS. What does it look like? Oh, no suitable video mode found. Booting to blind mode. First I've seen that kind of message. Interesting. Okay. To log in, use either this. All right, let's go root. And then Chimera. Okay, to install the system, follow the documentation. Both local network installations are possible for this media, with network installs being the recommended approach. Okay. What's the package manager? Shoot. A pro tip for any aspiring Linux distro maintainers out there: don't tell people to download your image and then just say, check my website for how to install. At least have some kind of guide baked in. It's annoying. Oh, does it use APK? Oh, look at that. It does use APK. It's Arch 2.0. So y'all were trolling me. Alright, let's try APK install like W3M. Or APK add W3M. Not able to get the dependency resolution to install this. Okay. Yeah, well, I don't think it stands for Alpine Package Manager. I know Alpine uses it. Oh, W3M doesn't exist? Alright, well, let's try elinks then. APK add elinks. Yeah, that doesn't exist either, huh? Maybe just an APK update. Let's try to fetch the update. Maybe it doesn't have... Okay, let's try APK add W3M again. No. Is there a recursive command to grab this so we can look up how to install it? Oh, yeah, I bet yeah, I guess let's try neofetch, huh? Probably not. Maybe it's the install medium, too. I kind of have a problem. I can't install something to read the install directory to actually look up how to install this damn thing. All I get is load up their website. I guess I could just sit here with my cell phone and... Oh, that's how you do it. This operating system sucks. Sorry, guys. On to the next. I can't take you seriously if you don't put the basic forethought into saying, here's a text file on how to install it. Lame. Like, come on. That tells me it is not ready for anybody. I mean, am I not wrong? Put some effort into it. Oh, God. All right. Let's pull up the document. Let's see the install instructions. Maybe I'm jumping to a conclusion here. Just maybe. You know me. I have some pretty hot takes. All right. Let's go to ChimeraOS and see what... And look for install instructions. Now, I know you guys can give me the link, but let's just see if we can't find it ourselves. Got this. Installation. You think it'd be like part of downloads, right? Ah, here's the installation. So you go downloads, then click installation. There should be like a link up here, though. All right. You need the following. We download that. Live ISO. Root file system tarball, blah, blah, blah. Installing. Proceed to the next section. Image types, base images, desktop images. All right, fine. We want base image, but I don't know. Use an APK to track down some of those dependencies might not be the thing to go for. Preparing the media. Very, very Arch-esque. Like Archibald almost. So you're creating your partitions here. You're just using like CFDisk, which is not bad. I don't have a problem with that. Resizing, tune, booting. All right, this is using LVM. If you're going LVM, I probably wouldn't. I'd probably just do ext4 and then to wipe the FS. Legacy should not be a thing in today's world. Please just use GPT with UEFI, unless you're just crazy. Power Macs, man. I guess people maybe grab like old Power Packs and then maybe do something like this, or a Raspberry Pi with a U-boot. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So then you partition it. File system installing. What's the installation instructions? Yeah. I mean, I feel like I need to install, like, I would rather create like a whole install script to install ChimeraOS. The problem with that, though, is it's such an obscure distro. Like, I feel like the developer should have put a little time into like a basic install script to help people. I mean, unless you just don't want people to use your distro. All right, looking through here. Kernel. This is very, very reminiscent of Arch install, just with an APK package manager. And then you get your stuff loaded, and then you're good to go. It's gonna take an hour. I mean, maybe. The problem with a distribution like this is I'm gonna delete it in a day. There's just, it's like installing Gentoo. It's like you do it to say you did it, and then you're like, hey, building all my packages kind of sucks. I mean, that's just kind of where I'm at with that. All right, here we go. We got some install scripts. Somebody already did it. I don't mind running an install script on it. So gen chroot bootstrap. I'm trying to think of why I want to do this. I'm having second thoughts of allowing chat to pick my distribution. It's such a terrible idea. Like, why? Why would you guys want to see this? You install Gentoo to grow your beard. It's so true. Oh, the chat would never lead me astray. Man, y'all are terrible. Just terrible. All right, we're going to the second one. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, chat, but this is just awful. I'm just going to sit here struggling. APK doesn't have great dependency resolution and not a great package selection either. So obviously I'm not going to stay on this distribution for very long. And when it comes to gaming, really, like, do we want to go full neckbeard here and be like, I use Gentoo every day. It's the best desktop operating system. Said no sane person. Okay. We're going to number 2, Nix OS with my configuration, and then we fix the configuration. Although Void is now more appealing, at least Void, well, problem with Void, it does use a different package manager, but I definitely want something SystemD free. That's the thing. Yeah, like literally nobody voted for Artix. And Artix would probably make the most sense for what we're trying to do here. I tell you what, I'm not going to allow chat to pick the specific distribution, but I will allow you to pick the type of distribution. I am curious, and it's only going to be 2, and I always preach on here. I'm going to allow you to pick, maybe make it 4 types. We're going to make a type of distribution. I think that would make it a little more fun. Oops. Wrong north flank. Ugh, gross. Let's go here. Let's make a poll. You know what? We're changing this. We're just gonna call this stream "Making Bad Decisions." All right. Now we're gonna manage the poll. We're gonna go poll management. New distro. We'll go Debian based SystemD free. Which would probably be Devuan. I mean, honestly, that's what that is. Devuan. Or maybe Debian with, you know, instead of doing it, we could just say Debian without SystemD. Which is pretty much Devuan. However you say it. Devuan. Then we got Artix, which is Arch-based. So this is Arch-based. This is Debian. Debian-based. What else do we want to add into here? Do we just do those 2? I feel like those 2 couldn't lead us astray. They're both SystemD free and would achieve what we're trying to do here. Out, you and your Void Linux. I actually want to use this system. And Nix. All right, we'll add Nix in here just because. Do you want to see just scripts? Full automation. No All right, we're removing all the troll picks. Let's start it. I think we do Void Linux in a VM. Alpine. I love Alpine Solitaire. Alpine's an amazing distro, but again, it uses APK. Okay. I feel like any one of these that I land on here will make, I'm totally 100% confident I can live in it. That's the big thing here, is we are wiping out our main system. We're not just spinning up a VM. I'm totally okay with whatever chat decides here. Why no rel? I don't do rel, man. I don't do any kind of rel or rel-based distro anymore. They're dead to me. I did a whole video on that. Oh no. Can't see pull on my device. Oh, that sucks. Devuan is Sid, I want to say. Let's look up Devuan. It looks like it might win. We still got 2 minutes, so if you haven't voted, you can. Devuan Linux. Oh, I misspelled it, didn't I? Let's see if somebody in chat didn't misspell it. No. Devuan. I don't know. It's a fork of Debian without systemd, ensuring init freedom. Okay. I think it's just Debian without systemd. Use straw poll instead of Twitch poll. Doesn't work on mobile. All right. For the future, I'll use straw poll. They have their own repos as well. Gaming without systemd. I don't know. I just want to try it. I think it would be cool. Like, we did initd for a long time there, and we gamed on initd. Hell, Ubuntu 16, right? Which I think we can use this. I don't see an issue. Devuan package repositories are exclusive. Ah, okay. That's going to be interesting. So you got stable, which is called Daedalus. We have testing, Excalibur. That sounds cool. And then we have unstable, which is serious. Huh. I feel we go to like Devuan Ceres, which I think is like a Final Fantasy VI character, if I remember correctly. Cool little general. Oh yeah, Magina. I don't know what that was. So this one might actually end up being. Oops. What is this? Uses OpenRC instead, based on SID for NXOS. That's interesting. This one forked from Mandriva Linux, or however you say that. That's interesting. Well, you guys got interesting picks, I gotta say. I am not bored, which is great. This is, I feel like, gonna be a hot disaster, though. Potential for just terrible things happening pretty high on this one, just because we don't have access to any of Debian's repos, which is not going to be fun. And we won't be using systemd at all either. Jeez. All right. Let's get this over with. Let's just get going. All right, let's download it. Download. Let's see, they took the approach of Debian. All right, we'll grab the lease. And, was it this one? I guess we'll go minimal live and AMD 64. Yeah, Artix is systemd free. The thing about Artix, though, is I believe it still has access to AUR, and we're going to have a lot more packages. The problem that I see with Devuan is we're going to have very limited packages, which means we'll probably be loading a whole bunch. But it does use APT, which means we can download the deb packages. Will it be problematic? I don't know. Why would I get i386? Like, why would you go 32-bit instead of 64? That's the thing. Steven in chat here is saying get i386, but why? Yeah, I want to hear the logic behind this. Why would you not go with a 64-bit? Why would you go 32-bit? This seems crazy to me. And yet, said with such authority in chat, stop using it. The only reason I bring this up is, man, that sounds like a very clickbaity YouTube video and right up my alley. 32-bit less likely to have malware. That's a terrible reason. But at least it's a reason, right? Long time YouTube watcher, first time Twitch watcher. All right, man. Good to have you here, Laz. Maybe he's trying to run it on a toaster. Oh. Title says making bad decisions. Okay. Yeah. Steven's just trolling me at this point. We're doing AMD 64. Funny. Hey, if we do 32-bit at least. Could you imagine gaming? There's some games that don't release a 32-bit client anymore. That would be terrible. There we go. We'll grab that. Let's toss that into old Ventoy. All right. That's there. Let's come on over here. We've got Devuan. Let's see if we can make it work. Let's do a sync just to make sure everything's good. And it is. Hold on to your butts. Let's make it happen. We're gonna make a distro SystemD gaming machine. This is like a terrible idea. You know, well, I forgot to hit BIOS. But the cool thing, when you get rid of SystemD, your boot times do improve rather drastically. So I'm kind of curious to see what this looks like. Can we make it work? Probably. What could go wrong here? We're just gonna wipe out our system. Devuan Daedalus. Here we go. We'll go standard, minimal. Do you think they'll have a install? Probably should have looked at that. Yeah, Ventoy's like so clutch, man. You remember the days of us trying to do like multi-boot? Oh, it's terrible. My void system using EFI stub boots in 3 seconds. I like it. That's a flex I like to hear. So we're having some networking hang-ups here on the install, it looks like. Maybe. That could be my 10 gig card, depending on how old the kernel is. If the card's not getting read, we might need to plug in the onboard 1 gig. Let's see. We'll see if 10 gig gets registered or not. If not, then it's okay. I thought it would give us an installer. Did I miss the installer? Maybe just Devuan? What the hell, man? Gotta spend... Okay, I must have missed something. Not gonna jump to conclusions yet. That's pretty minimal. Oh, this is a hot mess of a stream. Gosh. Time to go back to Chimera. Hey, at least Chimera told you how to log in, huh? Chimera 1, Devuan 0. Okay, what? I keep missing my BIOS. Please stop using an installer. Just use LFS. Yeah, I need to do an LFS stream, but that is something that requires me to prep for. Because there's nothing fun about watching me read manuals. Just saying. It's not that interesting. It's like Gentoo. It's not that fun watching me compile programs. At first you're like, oh, is it cool? Oh, he can do this. Oh, okay, I guess we gotta wait for an hour while the Linux kernel compiles. Okay, let's see. Did I miss something here? We got STD. We have access. We have STD TORAM. Live minimal. Has anybody even used Devuan in the... What? Let's try TORAM. I don't know. I think we're just going to get a login here, and we're not going to know what the hell to sign in as. Oh, it's totally what's going to happen. And then we're going to have this huge, long delay while it tries to read a 10 gig card. So you got to download the desktop live ISO. All right, we're not going to wait for this. Do we have a Control Delete? Nah. Yeah. Well, that was Devuan. I guess we could see the desktop live comes with like GNOME and a bunch of garbage though. At that point, give me SystemD. All right, we're moving on to Artix. All right, Devuan, sorry man. If I can't install the basic server, and you want me to install the desktop live because the minimal install I have to read a manual for to log into the damn thing, I'm out. It's just terrible. All right, Artix, let's see. Now, I understand you can install these systems. Now, don't take away from this as like these are bad distros. Well, actually, that might be the takeaway. Let's say that what I'm doing here, let's think about this. We're just tossing them up, pretending like we're a complete noob with them, which we kind of are. Let's see how the experience is. So far, they could do better. That's all I'm saying. They could do better. All right, Artix time. Yeah, Pop OS would be very easy. We want to make it a little difficult on ourselves. We're definitely picking obscure distros today. So by all means, I just kind of wanted to give like a basic line level deal here. Okay. Oh, that's cool. So you get to pick. Do we want deinit, OpenRC, or runit? I feel like OpenRC is probably the most flushed out of all the other init systems. What are we feeling like? I'm saying OpenRC. Let's look at the install guide. Is it full arch? I think this is full arch. Yeah. I wonder, do you think I could use... I might be able to use an arch install script on this. Nah, probably not. Could go S6 as well. Runit is more lightweight. That's true. Can someone explain to me the benefit of not having SystemD? Probably the biggest benefit I see is like 5-second boot times or less. Like as a good example, install Alpine Linux, which comes with OpenRC by default, and you'll see it boots in like 2 seconds. And then install a SystemD distro and you'll see it boots in 20 seconds. So it's a difference of boot times and just overhead in general. Less overheaded. But I mean, does it matter with today's hardware? No, it doesn't. But is it cool? It sure is. Okay, Artix has a few differences from Arch, such as chroot mount command and various runit OpenRC. Well, yeah, OpenRC commands are obviously going to be different. Yeah, and systemctl would work. That makes sense. And I do remember, and I've used OpenRC, that's why I'm kind of leaning towards it. But I don't know. Trying to think when I was writing everything on the Arch script if we could... I think it might work, though. I bet we could do a server install real quick. Oh, no, I can't use my script, actually. Now that I think about it, I think I have an auto format on my script. That would not be good. All right, let's try it. I want to say we're close. Man, I don't want to fail a strikeout a third time, though. That would just be embarrassing. Oh, well, I'm already embarrassed, though. Might as well. Let's go. We'll see how far I can get in it. It being based on Arch, it should be a pretty slam dunk, though. I'm going to run my script just to... Man, that has such potential to just completely wreak havoc with my system, though. Really shouldn't. Alright, we're not going to... We'll see what I do. I don't know. Let's just make it happen. Whatever we're feeling at the time is what's going to happen when we hit the install. My gut says no script. I agree. Let's see how good we are. It's been a long time since I did like a fresh Arch install with no assistance. Years probably, actually. All manual. I only have like Windows and a whole bunch of other stuff on here and like 6 hard drives. What could go wrong? Did I miss the BIOS again? Oh, God bless. All right, third time's the charm. I wonder if I could just do like F8. Let's try F8. Sometimes F8 gives me a boot menu. Does this one? Hey! Okay, cool. My motherboard does like F8. I'm feeling good about this. I think this is going to be like my new system. We're going to go all OpenRC. I'm feeling really good about this. Look how cool it looks. Yeah. You even had like a selection between, hey, is this on a hard drive or is it on a CD? I mean, Artix, I don't know. I don't want to speak too soon. But the Artix devs might be above the rest. I'm already loving this way more. All right, I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I don't know. I feel the warm fuzzies with this one. I don't immediately hate it. And I'm really digging the NeoFetch before giving them a prompt. And then to log into a live environment. Oh, kind of getting happy. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm feeling good. Feeling good. All right, we're going to go to NVMe 0 is where all of our data resides. So, to do a wipeout of this, we're going to have to make partition structures first. Let's see how much I can do from memory. Probably the first thing we need to do is that. So let's just do CG disk, dev, NVMe 0 in 1. No CG disk. SG disk? No? CF disk is the other one. I thought CG disk was, yeah, CF disk. Yeah, CF disk is there. I swear there was a CG disk based on GPT that was even newer than CF disk. I don't have internet access, so you guys are going to have to look that up. Am I right on it, or am I wrong? I liked CG disk, and I swear there's a CG disk, but alas, I cannot prove it. Alright, so all we got to do here, delete, delete, and then we're going to do new, partition size. How big we want to make it? Let's just go 500M. And for the type, this needs to be EFI. And then let's make a... We're going to make a root that's going to be... I feel like 100 gig. And let's label that. Can we do a label in here? We'll do the label outside, I guess. Okay. Let's go new. And this one's going to be 1.8 terabytes. And it's going to be our home directory. So we're making 3 partitions. One for EFI, one for the root, and then one for the home. We're going to make them all ext4. Which, looking at the types, we could select something else, but I think Linux home for this one. I wonder what the difference is between the types here. Linux home, and then Linux root, and then Linux file system. I want to say you could just do everything as Linux file system and then specify after the fact. I wonder what the difference is there. That's cool. Like, I don't think I've ever done different type of Linux partition like that. Then you got USR, root. Alright, we're not going to get fancy though. We're just going to put them all as Linux file system. This is just CF disk in general. We'll write this out. Make sure you type yes and quit. So now if we do lsbok, you can see we have our new partitions. I feel like these partitions should be labeled a little bit better. Forgive me, but I don't remember how to do that. So let's go make file system.ext4. And we're going to make that dev NVMe 0 in 1 P E0 P2. Man, I'm so going to wipe something here. It's going to be great. Yeah. Let's make file system ext4 dev NVMe 01 in 1 P3 now. This is going to be our home. Yeah, no installer for this. I think we could make one. Or there's probably one already on GitHub. Yeah, I saw the Lord of the Rings game. I kind of want to jump back into an MMO, man. This is totally off topic, but it's been over a decade since I played World of Warcraft. And I feel terrible for even thinking this thought, but the thought had occurred to me. Might try World of Warcraft again. I don't know why. I probably will regret that decision if I do end up making it. Do we need swap? No. I mean, swap doesn't really matter. If you need swap, we could just do a swap file. I actually did a benchmark between swap partition and swap file. My findings were like negligible difference. People like to think there's a massive performance difference going with a swap partition, but swap files do the same damn thing. And the performance difference was negligible, if even noticeable at all. So if you need swap, just create a swap file. Super easy to do. And less confusing on your partition schemes. Alright, so now we've made those. Oh wait, no, we need make fs fat. Oh, what is it? Fat. I think Pacman sy Pacman s tldr. See if we can get around with tldr. I can't install too much on this because the temp files will go out. But tldr make fs fat. And what was I needing? I need... No. That's not what I need. Dang it. Man, make fs fat. Fat size. Okay, so it's -f is what I need. Because... yeah, that'll be fun. So let's go make fs f32 and then go dev nvme 0 n1 p1. Okay. Did that take it, or did it need to be like that? I feel like it should be that, right? Or does it not matter? Yeah, I'm not sure. I think both work. We'll leave it at the space though, since I mean everybody I think does just f32 together. If we're gonna do it wrong, let's try the wrong way. So we've partitioned, we've made our files. Now packstrap it, right? I think that's what we do. Packstrap. Well, we gotta mount. We gotta mount them first. So then we gotta go mount dev nvme 0 n1 p2, and then we mount that to mnt. And then we mount dev nvme. So our root is mounted now. N1 P1. We'll mount that to mnt boot. Okay. Make directory mnt boot. And then we mount it there. And in that same one, we're going to need a home directory. And we're going to mount nvme 3 to mnt home. Did we not just make that directory? Oh, P4. That's P3. So now if we do lsbk, you can see our new drives all mounted up, ready to go. Now we should just packstrap. Let's go tldr packstrap. Okay. So let's packstrap mnt base Linux firmware. Something like that. We're just kind of shooting from the hip here. Packstrap command not found. Oh, is there no packstrap? Oh, it might be different with Artix. Maybe it's Artix strap. No, so we pacman, packcat. Yeah, ch root into mnt. Base strap. Oh, base strap. Okay, so it's a little bit different. So that. So it's a little bit different than Arch with a base strap. It's interesting. But so far, I'm kind of digging it. I gotta tell you, for this being the ultimate minimal distribution with everything I like, I mean, if we have access to the AUR and Pacman, something I already know, this could be the next best thing. This could be the best thing since canned beer. We picked OpenRC, I believe, for the init system. I could be wrong there. We also got to do a mirror update as well. Okay. So now we have that. So to add a service, we can do dnitctl. To stop or start a restart service, we do dnitctl stop, start, restart. Okay. What else do we have? All right, let's try to chroot into mnt. Okay, so now we've switched to this. Let's just do a pacman syu. Let's update everything. Everything's already up to date. Pacman. What do we want to grab here? Let's just try and grab some basic stuff. Curl, git, rsync. What else do I really want? Let's just try those three starting off until I can think of something. Cannot open file mtab. Okay. What's mtab? Don't we have to create the FSTAB? Can't remember where that comes. Oh, I don't think it's arch. Does? Yeah, arch chroot doesn't exist. Command not found. You're Steven Gamer. You're thinking this is arch. It's not. So if it works like chroot on Debian, is it Artix? Ah, there we go. Okay, that makes more sense. So now let's pacman syu. Okay, so we're in sh right now. Can we switch over, like do a switch of shell? That'd be kind of cool. Let's switch over to bash, right? Let's just change shells. chsh. I had someone ask me the other day, how do you switch shells between zsh, bash, whatever it is? I should be able to just do bin bash, and then it would work if it was installed, but we don't even have bash installed. Hey, Raid, all right. Melky Braided. What's up, man? Let's install bash. And then let's do a switch. All right. That did not work. We're trying out for any new raiders here. You probably know Arch Linux, right? Well, we're trying the SystemD counterpart that doesn't have SystemD. We're doing OpenRC. You could use Runit. You could use a lot of other init systems, but today we decided on OpenRC. We're kind of shooting blind here. We could probably use a script or something to make it a little bit easier for the install, but we're just going to see how much I can remember to actually format the system. To make things even worse, this is a live system. This is my studio PC. We have extensive drives in here. This is not a virtual environment. One wrong move, disaster could strike. Makes for a good stream. Isn't it a USR bin bash? I don't know. Let's see. We could actually just do a which bash if we had which installed. This is literally so bare bones. We don't even have basic commands. So let's try which bash. It is USR bin bash. Also, we can't really see things. Do we have like a set font? We do have a set font. So let's do help. Let's pacman s terminus fonts. Let's make this look prettier. Terminus font. So let's go set font, and I think it's just a ver 28 in, or let's go bold. Yeah. Oh, that looks good, right? So let's get out of sh and switch over to bash. USR bin bash. Still no, huh? You lie. You sit on a throne of lies. Oh, change user bin back. Oh, here's what's happening. I'm doing the wrong. Let's get some TLDR. If you haven't used TLDR, I don't know what you're doing with your life, but when you forget how to use a command like I just did, you can just go, hey, what is the deal here? Oh, okay. So to set a login for a specific user, we do chs and then the username. Or if you want to do the current user inactively, you should just be able to chsh, enter, new shell bin bash, and then we should be in bash shell. Yeah, anywho. Fun. An Arch Linux user, did you ever get laid? Artix, man. Arch Linux users are the normies of the world now. We've got to move on. Arch users is just too mainstream. That's too cool for us. All right. So we've got some of the system loaded. We could probably set up the bootloader now. Let's see if we can do a grub install. So we'll go pacman s grub. I'm going to do grub 2. We'll see if we can install the bootloader. So we have grub BIOS. Let's go grub install. Let's just type in our basic directory. Let's go grub install, and it's going to be dev NVMe 0 in1. We're just going to specify the root device, see what happens. Can't find the EFI directory, so we could probably do EFI directory equals mnt, or actually I think we could just go boot, something like that. Not found. So we're missing a dependency EFI boot manager. Let's get it. Man, this is really bare bones. It's really not grabbing much of what we need. All right. So now we have our bootloader installed. We have that going. We have a very basic, minimal setup with just base systems and Linux kernel installed. Oh, what else do we need? We haven't done the AUR. We're just using pacman. We could do like a community managed repo or something like that. Did we not do... Oh, we are missing some other stuff too. Let's exit. There's something that was mentioned in chat. Base strap MNT. We forgot to grab the init system. We need OpenRC and eLoginD OpenRC. Otherwise, it's not going to be able to log in. We're not going to have an init system. Oh, it did. It installed dinit-rc because, you know, I don't even think I even know about dinit. And I don't know if we can override that. Can we? Let's try like the yes. And force it. It's not going to allow me because it's conflicting dependencies. All right. What we could do... What if we logged in... Let's do an Artix chroot into mnt. And then what we're going to do is force the install here and see if it can rip out the existing init-rc that, or dinit-rc. Something along the lines of this. Yes. Yes. And yes. I've never even heard of dinit. But let's remove that and let's switch over to OpenRC, as OpenRC is a little bit more something I know, or at least some kind of knowledge about. So we have RC update, RC service for managing this. That was weird. We maybe should have just run with D in it. It would actually probably have booted. Yeah, run it's also solid. I've used that in the past. What else do we want to install? Probably build essentials, so we can start building packages, because we're not going to install a fancy... Ooh, what are we going to use for init-rc and all the other stuff? Can we use init-rc? I think we can. Let's go... Oh, well, that's going to give me too much. Nothing for init-rc. Xinit, probably. Let's try xorg xinit. And we're going to grab... I know everyone's moved on to Wayland. Before you start typing in chat, I got you. Don't worry. Oh, boy. Yeah, I use Wayland and Tiling Window Manager, by the way. Which Tiling Window Manager, though? I think we'd go DWM, of course. Let's see if we have a functional system here. Hyperland. Hyperland's solid, man. I like Hyperland. i3, well, we all can't be perfect. Well, how do we reboot here? Let's go umount all, and then we'll force a reboot. All right, let's see if we can get... If it reads our EFI bootloader. I feel like we probably should have set up a user. Now that I'm thinking about it, we're probably going to get a login prompt, but we're not going to be able to log in because we never set up a user. Or the fact that it doesn't even register as grub. So we definitely messed something up there. Yeah, that definitely did not work. That's okay. We're going to have to get to the interwebs through the CLI. So we'll boot back into the installation media and then mount everything again. chroot in, and then we'll grab like W3M and use that. Yeah, we'll do a grub install recheck. It should have given us a menu though. That was the weird thing. So let's set font ter v28 in. Artix doesn't have terminus fonts by default. That's okay. We'll switch over. Once we mount and Artix chroot in, it won't matter anyways. So we're gonna mount dev NVMe 01 in1 p2 into MNT. Let's just switch over. Artix is kind of weird. It doesn't give you root by default. If I was gonna give any feedback, I would say root by default's kind of nice. One less step to do. We'll go P1 MNT boot, and finally let's grab our home directory, P3 and MNT home. So if we do a block LSK, that's great. Now Artix chroot into MNT, set font. We should have access to our super special, beautiful font, and now we can read. Yeah, this would work pretty much with anything. Let's go grub install, and we're gonna do a recheck of our dev NVMe 0 in1. Grub install, error, can't find EFI directory. EFI directory equals boot. It looks like it works. And if we go into the boot directory, we do have EFI there. And we have Artix, so if we cat Artix, that's a directory. There should be a loader file here. We just have the EFI. Interesting. We never made the grub config. That's the problem. We installed grub properly, but we never made grub config. MK... What was it? Was it MK init CPIO? No, that wasn't it, was it? Grub make config, that's it. So we're in boot grub, and you know what? I don't think that wrote that out. Did I mess? I fat fingered the output. There it is. So now we'd actually have a boot menu. And we're in boot. Alright, so now we have a boot menu. Let's make our user. We needed to reboot into this and do it anyways. I think we can just do add user, or is it user add? Yeah, user add. We'll do a TLDR user add. So this should be a user add. And I think we'll just do Titus, right? Create home Titus. Oh, actually, you know what? I think we do all the options beforehand. This is always a little bit different between like Debian and Arch for some odd reason. I want to say it's add user in Debian, but anywho, we can just do -m too. The long versions --create -m should do it as well. So we'll create the Titus user, and then let's assign a password to Titus. So we've created the Titus user. We have the password for Titus. We should be able to log in with a basic system. It's really fast though. Maybe set up sudo. I think we have sudo installed, don't we? Oh, dude, we don't have sudo. Yeah, good call. Trying to think of any other packages we're gonna need. So we have sudo. We have our user created. We have, man, we're missing so much stuff though. Like this is so bare bones. Oh, I almost forgot the most important package of them all. NeoFetch. Oh, what are we doing with our lives? Yeah, all right, cool. That was a close one. And in Vim. We gotta have NeoVim. Yeah. That is... Oh. Oh, you know what? It's actually spelled out NeoVim. So now we can install everything else. Let's try it. Let's exit. And reboot. I have a good feeling about this. I'm really digging Artix, man. Let's see how fast our startup is. Okay. Here we go. We're selecting Artix. Let's count down. Now, this should be just a couple seconds once we hit the group. All right, we got the grub screen. It's booting. And that's pretty fast. Okay. Titus failed. No such file. That's okay. We'll create that. It didn't really create the Titus directory, so it pushed us into the root, but that's okay. That's not going to work. We're not in the sudo file. We have no authentication. All right, well, let's hack into our Linux. Since we didn't set up root, we got to change that. Oh, that's unfortunate. I kind of dig it, though. Yeah, I need to try Asahi Linux. I haven't been meaning to. I will. So instead of booting back into like install media and having to remount everything, let's try to just do a read write and switch the init to like bin bash. I think we can get in here and then set the root password using this method. Let's see. So what we did is that if we go password, that does update, and now the root password should be set. Username. Let's give it a whirl. Just to make sure. You kind of get like a janky init system when you boot to a bash shell like that, but if you need to set like the root password or you forgot your root password, it's like a good in a pinch kind of way to fix it. So now we should be able to use switch user, and then we can install whatever we want. So we'll go, let's just try to log in as root. Look at that. We hacked the system. All right, v28 bold. Beautiful. Now let's start doing pacman s. We need to get DWM. Oh, let's get W3M. Ah, let's do an update of the database, right? Do we have IPs? No. Okay. We need internet. That is important. All right. We did not install NetworkManager. Oh no. Damn. That's not gonna work, is it? We don't have a NetworkManager. Ah. All right. Well, so be it. We'll base. We could just base strap it. I think we'll just base strap it and call it a day. There's something about Artix that I'm really liking, though. I got this really good feeling. Normally during these, I'm like immediately regretting my decisions. Not so much. Not so much. No, we're not going to use a desktop environment. That's cheating. Come on, man. We're not even going to install a display manager. Display managers are bloat. All right, let's go here first. Why do I do that every time? I always think of Arch where it launches into the super user, but this one does not. Yeah, well. All right, and let's just do a base strap and MNT network manager, right? Caps matter, right? Is it that? I don't think it's that. No. All one word. There we go. Did I mount it wrong? Oh no! Damn, I did mount that wrong, didn't I? I'm sure it's fine. We're just gonna move on. It's fine. I'm sure that home directory is not important. This is fine. Totally fine. Now, I think it should pick... Yeah. There we go. I guess we're going to find out if it's mounting it to home or not. How's Oh, I have to enable it. Okay. All right. First test. Let's enable Network Manager. Sudo system enable. Chat. Does someone want to let Olex know that we cannot use the systemctl command? Oh, how many people are gonna go systemctl? We ain't got no systemd here. All right, Network Manager is not running, but we do have the command. So to set the service, open RC, tldr open RC. Let's set font just so you guys can read. I'll do this on startup too. So just to let everybody know, systemctl command not found. All right, let's go RC update, add network manager, and then default. Uh-oh, network manager not found. Might be network manager like that. RC status. Let's try service. Let's do a help. Let's do a listing. Let's go list. Let's grep network. Net. Okay, you just got net online. You have to install network manager -openrc. Oh, that's right. That's right. Network manager would be... What a disaster this is. But I still feel good about it. My Linux install is not broken. It's just we don't really have anything installed. We got nothing installed. This is obviously better than Windows. Come on. DHCPD. I think DHCPD requires systemd, if I remember correctly. Maybe not. DHCPD's been around for a long time, though. So, maybe. Oh, yeah. Artix. Yeah, working systems are really boring. It's terrible. All right. We're getting increasingly better at mounting our drives. Let's see if we mount them in the proper places this time. All right. All right, let's think this one through. We're not going to reboot. We're going to go network, manager, open RC. Okay. Then we're going to go RC, update, add, network manager, something like that, right? Or we could do an RC service -L for listing. -L. So that gives us a listing of everything. Do we see a network manager? We just see net online. And if we go less, more. Okay, there is more. We do have network manager all the way at the top. So now we should be able to do RC update and add network manager default. So we've added the to run level default network manager. Now we should have an IP. We got there. We got there in the end, I think. Now we're cooking. Well, technically, we don't need to do an RC service network manager start, because by doing the RC update network manager default, we set the run level so it should automatically start, and we should have a functional internet with IPs and everything, in theory. All right, let's log in as root. We'll just set our font, and oh, look at that, beautiful. We are ready. Let's grab CMake, make. We already have NeoVim. I want to say there's a build essential package for our Arch as well. What's Galaxy OpenRC there, Harry? Base Devil, that's what we need. We get our basic development environment. Let's get a web browser for our terminal. All right. We got to be browsing the web with the terminal. Otherwise, it's just not as cool. I'd say Artix is a massive success. I'm loving it so far. All right. Let's go DWM. All right, let's go installation. We got the download down there. I just need to figure out what dependencies we want. Let's come down to, oh, that goes all the way to the end. Let's come on over to tutorial. We've got our installation models, blah, blah, blah. But we should have, ooh, we need X in it as well. Yeah, we need the meta package for all the OpenRC stuff. XR should have pretty good compatibility with all of it as well. That's true. Are you really browsing the internet if you don't do it over terminal? It's true. It's like using Twitch chat without an IRC client. Although, you do need the emotes. A fair point. Now, let's quit out. Let's try w3m google.com. And what we're going to do is come down into here. Let's search DWM Linux dependencies. I misspelled that, didn't I? All right, let's come down. Where's our dependencies here? Installation. We do need to set make package too, make sure we have proper thread counts there. I don't remember links. No, might have been before my time. I think I already have Xorg, so I think we're good there. We do need a few dependencies before we can make our build of DWM. If I remember right. Well, maybe not. Let's just try and make it. Let's first mount dev SDA1 to MNT, and then we're gonna do it rsync avp mnt star, and we're gonna put that in home. No rsync, really? Gotta have that. All right, now we're just gonna grab a couple files. We ended up on Artix with OpenRC. Pretty base setup too. Oh, I forgot to wipe out Brave too out of my config files. Yeah, we just got a couple files to copy. Nothing too big here. Man, look at all those config files in Brave browser. It's too many. Gotta get rid of that. I mean, with the state of the current web, with like AI articles and ads everywhere, there's something in me that says every browser or every website should make just a way to browse it on a terminal. And there's certain websites that do work pretty well on terminal. Oh man, we got some Codium in there too. You guys didn't see that. I'm ashamed. AI Twitch chat. Make an AI chatbot. That would be hilarious. Just have him troll people all day long. Anybody typing stuff into chat. And I don't think we have any really big files here. This should take about 5 minutes. I think in total it was like 300 gigs. 300 gigs, we should have a throughput of around 3 gigabytes a second. So it should take about 100 seconds. So probably around 3 minutes for all this. Yeah, last stream we talked about Microsoft doing Copilot instead of a start menu. That was a fun one. I did. Yeah, we're on Thorium now. Old Age of Empires. I'm loving Age of Empires 4, by the way. God bless. RTSs, there's something about them. I'm not good at them, but man, I just love them. What's our transfer speeds? This shows his transfer speeds are topping out around 300, a little over 300 megabytes a second. That tracks. A little bit slower than I wanted, but not too bad. Favorite video player on Linux is Celluloid. It uses MPV as the back end, and celluloid just kind of makes it look pretty on the front end. That's my video player of choice. Oh yeah, we should. Well, we still have the Minecraft server going. We did grab Xorg Xinit, Luke, so we should be good. Yeah, I noticed a lot of people. What was it? Another Linux content creator came out about Thorium. I was like, they love taking pot shots at me about using Thorium. I'm like, hey man, come on, you all are using Google. You should try it. You probably would enjoy it. If you're not using Google, use like Mercury. That's also a really good stripped down version of Firefox that's pretty fast. If you're a Firefox user out there, it's a good alternative. All right, I'm gonna let this bake, and I will be right back while this finishes the copy. All right, we're almost done. Oh my gosh, I had Cyberpunk on there? What am I doing? What am I doing with my life? Pretty good transfer rates, though. No pants, this is peak computing. Well, of course, you weren't supposed to see that, but sometimes you just gotta use the facilities. Oh, okay. Well, that PNY drive strikes again. We had a broken pipe. Wow. Really? Let's see if it can grab, wait, no space left on the... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Shiitake mushrooms. Oh, no. I never checked my mount points, guys. That is really not good. Oh, crap. Okay. Alright, that's okay. We'll clean up the drive. We won't make that transfer. We'll speed it up a lot. No. Let's check our FSTAB. Well, how are we mounting our drives? No. FSTAB's blank. Like, how in the hell is it even booting? And we're using OpenRC, so it's not using SystemD file mounts. So how did it mount the drive? The slash will always get mounted. Maybe the UUID is specified in the grub bootloader. If we look, let's go boot. Let's go grub. Oh, I'm curious now. How the hell did it even boot? So the boot didn't get mounted, but it ran and it read the boot and then it shoved it in. What in the hell? How is this even functional? Like, it should not have booted, right? Okay, let's try this. Boot? Okay. Boot gets read and then mounts the root of it. Oh, we forgot to generate FSTAB. So you can gen FSTAB. There is a generate FSTAB command, and I cannot remember for the life of me what it was. Yeah, that's so cool. Let's generate our FSTAB though. That's kind of wild that it still went generate FSTAB. That's kind of funny. What is that command? Oh, is that part of no, that can't be right. Gen FSTAB. I don't think that's a valid command. That might be part. Is that part of SystemD? Let's see if we can install it. Maybe. Huh. Oh shit. Okay, yeah. Gen FSTAB is the command that I was thinking of, but we don't have it with this install. There it is. But what package is it? It's a bash script. It is installed by default, part of Arch install script, so it's not part of Artix. There's also a standalone fork of the tool that can be used on other distributions, and you can find it here. What is it? Yeah, so the Arch install scripts is what we're looking at. Oh, that's so funny. I can't believe I forgot about FSTAB. It's always something. Let's Pac-Man. Let's try install scripts just to see. Yeah. See, we're not gonna have that in the Artix. No. Yeah. It's not Arch. It's Artix. SystemD-less. FSTAB Gin. That'd be hilarious if that's it. Let's look for that package. Let's just look for an FSTAB package. Alright. Let's try FSTAB on Artix. None of my drives are being mounted, blah blah blah. Or we could generate. Do we really need to generate this? I got an idea. We're relying too much on scripts, guys. We don't need scripts. We'll just do it by hand. What's the worst? Let's do home. Yeah. We do have it in mount. We do have FSTAB there. Let's just copy. We'll take our old FSTAB from MNT, and we'll just overwrite the FSTAB in there. Then let's do it invim etc FSTAB. Great. Perfection. And let's just retrieve a BLK ID, and we'll just replace a few things. Let's see, NVMe 0. We never labeled this, so we'll just yank that and come back here. Toss that in. UUID, and we'll take this one, UUID, and for the root drive, it's gonna be. I don't even think we need the UUID, but I mean we could. Oh no! Darn it! Oh, jeez, epic fail. Vim motions. Let's go. Getting better. So then we have that, and let's paste this in here, and we're gonna grab probably this guy. This is so janky, but read write real time. I don't think we need any of this other code stuff. This feels like bloat. You know what? I'm just gonna call it defaults. This should be fine. I think this is gonna work great, guys. Except for the fact that says VFAT. So there's that. Right? Does anybody see any problems with that? Oh yeah, all the X SystemD auto mount stuff's not gonna work, huh? What if? Oh crap! I gotta rewrite all that. How am I gonna rewrite that for? Oh, well, good enough. I feel like that's a good compromise. Did I do an okay job? Probably not. I'm sure I fat-fingered something. So we have home, we have root, we have boot. Let's line that up a little bit just to see if I see anything. Let's do a mount A, check her out. Perfect. Just a couple errors. That's a lot better than I thought it would be. Let's do a make directory, media, make directory, media. And then we need images, main pool, drive, FCP. And if we look, those are all good. ch own, Titus, drive, FCP, image, main pool. And if we look at our all listing again, now we all have ownership of it. And I think just NFS utils. Let's grab all those. Mount A. Mount point images does not exist. Oh. Perfect. So now we have everything set. We even mounted a whole bunch of network drives. We still don't have a functional GUI though. Let's fix that, huh? We have. I feel like we should reboot just to make sure it actually mounts everything properly. Let's do that. We're gonna reboot real fast. Yeah, GUI's bloat. Come on, guys. Who uses a GUI? Bunch of noobs, man. Not me. Terminal all day, all the time. What was probably the best terminal game of all time? Hands down. You can still play it today. Still amazing. Dwarf Fortress. There's just no better terminal game. Everything was written with ASCII code in mind. Oh wait. Oops. I don't know why I put Artix. All right. We are in the home Titus directory. Let's go ahead. rsync everything over, right? Now we actually are mounting all our stuff properly. That's kind of wild. Let's do a disk-free human. Just want to check to make sure our root directory is not really being used. Only a couple gigs, good. Boots, 26% usage. We're only using about 128 megs. That seems a little bloated, but then you got to remember in boot, there's also the Linux kernel, so that does make sense. And our home directory is got 1.7 terabytes. All right, it is go time. Let's make it happen. We're gonna go mount dev SDA1 to MNT. We'll do that as super user. Oh, I'm not on a sudoers file. We need to fix that. We'll set font and vsudo. No editor found. All right. Editor equals user bin inbound. Can't we just do that and then vsudo? All right, that seemed to work. We'll go the wheel directory. Oops. All right, wheel and sudo. I mean, technically, if we wanted to go completely ham here, we could just get rid of the password prompt from sudo. That's not advised. Don't do that at home. Maybe I just do that because I'm lazy. No, we'll do it right. We're in groups Titus. All right, add group, add. Let's go TLDR group add. I want to say it's a capital G for group add. Oh yeah. If you want the Discord, it's down in the, I think it's about me on Twitch. We could do just user mod as well. That works too. Does the sudo group exist though is probably the question I have. Come on, give me the prompt. I broke it. Yeah, I've heard about Bonjour. I need to try it. You know what? I didn't like this TTY anyways. We're just gonna switch over to here. We'll let's go with TLDR. I need to do an update DB, I think it is. How many TTYs can I open? Is it update DB? No, that's for the locate command. If we had locate installed. TLDR, I guess. Was there update database maybe? And we are still getting IPs, yeah. We still have IPs. We're just gonna clear out some of those old TTYs. So we're gonna go user mod, A, and then a G, and then sudo Titus. Group sudo doesn't exist. What about wheel? Wheel does exist. Group add sudo. And then we can just go back to here. That's good. And then if we exit Titus groups, we are in the sudo group. So let's sudo neofetch. All right, cool. Sudo now works. And we have proper mounting. Okay, now let's do a sudo rsync sudo mount dev sda1 to mnt, and we're gonna rsync all of mnt over into our home. Oh, before we do this though, oops, my bad. Let's go There's a couple things I wanted to look at. Games. We can leave those there. But I wanted to remove a couple things. Vortex. Remove Steam Desktop. Remove Winget. Remove Synergy Service. I'll leave Synergy. Why not? Let's go into Config. Remove Brave. Get rid of all of Brave. We'll also go into Steam apps and get rid of some games too, just to make the copy process. I don't want you guys sitting here looking at copy process for that long. All right, CD Steam, and if we go into Steam, what? Okay. It's weird that Steam like this doesn't actually take me to the proper one, mainly because it's actually in the wrong. If we look at our PWD, it's in this mounts, so that actually makes sense. So let's go local, share Steam, and we're gonna look at Steam apps and simply go into common, and from here let's remove Cyberpunk and Starfield. Goodbye, Starfield. I'm still going to play some Age of Empires 4, so I'm not removing that one. I just didn't want to sit here waiting for the copy to take place forever. And this should pretty much fix all that. So now if we look at the rsync command, I could have just done a bang rsync command. Probably still could, but alas, there we go. How are we all feeling about SystemD? Is this something you might do with Artix? I don't know. Integrated GPU games, I would say you could go a little old school, Marie. I mean, if RTSs are your thing, like Age of Empires 2 HD edition probably is pretty good. Oh, are we almost 3 hours in? Oh my gosh. All right. We got to get to the desktop soon. Yeah, I mean, honestly, SystemD hasn't really caused me any grief. I thought this would just be a fun experiment to play. Hey, let's get rid of SystemD. Just because. Right now, we're just copying all the home files over. I did remove a bunch of really large games, so I think I only left Age of Empires 4, which is pretty much the only game I played out of the ones I had installed, so this will copy much, much faster. And I also got rid of like a lot of old config files. Like I had some Brave configs still in there, and that one was taking quite a bit. Yeah, I think game compatibility is close to 90% now. It's really anti-cheat that's causing the other 10% problems. What are you on now here? Did you go back from Did you go back to SystemD? And you're just like, it's not worth it. Because you probably will run into some issues with various programs and installers that pretty much everybody thinks you have SystemD now on Linux. Even though, obviously, you don't need it. System Devil. Yeah. I mean, I do like the fast boot times. And it does seem pretty performant. But then again, we are just chilling on the desktop, or chilling in the CLI. Does the CLI ever really feel slow? To be honest, I get triggered by Linux purism, no offense. Nah, man. Like I said, I mean, there's a lot of streams where I'm sitting here making WinUtil using Visual Studio Community with a bunch of .NET frameworks. And obviously I'm using Windows for all of that. So, hey, man, no shot fired here. Sometimes you're going to get me installing a weird Linux distro like this stream. Sometimes you'll get me sitting there programming in Windows. And other times, you know, maybe I'll do some little Rust in Linux too. I do need to get back to my programming streams. I need to get back to programming more and streaming more while I do it. It's on my to-do list. Yeah, old Ubuntu. Ubuntu's interesting. Like, I wonder what the in-game for snaps is. I know Firefox finally just said, hey, I'm going to do the Debian packages since Ubuntu's not doing them anymore. Yeah, the live patch from Ubuntu I've used a lot, Pastel. That's actually not a bad Ubuntu innovation. If you're unfamiliar with live patch, if you're running servers, it'll actually patch I think pretty much everything except for the Linux kernel, which if you do a Linux kernel upgrade, obviously you got to reboot, so live patch can't touch that. But it does pretty much everything else, I think. Oh man, Benji, Star Wars Galaxies on Lutris, but it's sadly outdated and not relevant now. Oh no. Did Star Wars SWG Legends switch from a Java client? Oh, Lutris changed it. Okay. I still got to check to see. I submitted an installer for Embers Adrift from last stream. I got to see if that ever got pushed through by the Lutris team. Yeah, we'll also do, once this completes, we will also do a chmod recursive and take complete ownership of everything in the home folder. Whenever you're transplanting your home folder, sometimes you get weird permissions. Even if the username's identical to the old one, you can still run into problems. So I always recommend doing like a chmod of your user across the board. All right, we're done with all our game copies. Now it should just fly through the rest of this, and we'll do our verification with the permissions. Try to do an install of DWM and get on the desktop. Oh, they made it to where Lutris connects to Legends website by default now. And I think I'd love to see an updated video. Yeah, all right, Benji. I'd love to load up Star Wars. I've been actually hankering to get back into some type of MMO. I'm a bit of an MMO nerd. For a whole entire week, I think I streamed old school EverQuest 1 using all my little hack programs and different things. That was a lot of fun. What are we on now? It looks like it's just grabbing Steamworks. Okay, we're out of there. It's just grabbing a couple wine bottles, it looks like. And it should fly through these. These shouldn't be anything. Ah, that's cool. You ever go back before NGE? New game enhancements? They made a new server. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the old school, back when you had like doctors buff you up so you could put armor on and all kinds of weird stuff. And the hologram existed before you could even get Jedi. So that was an interesting tidbit. I thought about playing, I'm like, I don't have enough time to do all that business. I know you're not a big web developer, but I wanted to know if there are any thoughts on HTTP headers. Are they overblown in terms of their security benefits, or do you think they're an underestimated aspect of web development? You know, Gav, it's weird. Web development is just a strange... It's just a strange spot. Most web developers, it's all about aesthetics. And more often than not, I still see just a ton of people using like WordPress. And to me, I would be less concerned with like HTTP headers and a lot of the other optimization I see WordPress people do, and more concerned with, hey, how about you not use WordPress? Like, talk about security flaws. The fact that most of the web development community uses WordPress in 2023 blows my mind. I'm like, talk about the worst solution that it has the biggest popular market saturation. So while I can't comment directly on the header question, because again, not huge into web development, the bit of web development I do is as far away from WordPress as possible, because I gotta say, WordPress is awful. It should not be used like ever. You're gonna get just security wise, I cannot ever say to any company that you should be on WordPress. Yeah. Yeah. See, Zer's a web dev, and it blows his mind too. Yeah, and that's the thing. I still run into it from time to time where people are like, "Hey, I'm using this, and I'm doing WordPress." I'm like, "No." Looks like we still had some like share trash files. Remind me to go in and remove all those trash files. I guess I could cancel this out and then clean those up, but I don't think we had that much in there. Famous last words. Hey man, Linux from scratch is neat. Like anytime you do something really hard when it comes to installing Linux, you learn something new. Like this right here is not necessarily hard, but I'm sure there'll be something I pick up here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I should have cleared out the trash. That's my bad. I thought I did, but maybe it went ahead and copied a lot of it. Oh well. Yeah, I see it's the trash files for the browsers that I deleted. We could cancel it and then resync. RSync's pretty good about that, but at this point I think I'm just going to let it go. We're close to the end. The cache files shouldn't be that much. Although we are putting a lot of read-write on our NVMe drive unnecessarily, but oh well. We're almost out of the trash. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're on to share and fonts. Yeah, old config files from Brave. I need to go into .local share and make sure the trash is emptied. Yeah, SSDs are crazy cheap. I think I got this 2 terabyte NVMe we're on right now for like $50. That's so wild to me. I remember paying like $200 for, you know, a 256 gig NVMe. And I was like, this is amazing. Look at the performance. All right, we're to .var. This should be like old flat packs and stuff like that. Oh, it does look like I had some Steam in the .var. Probably had Discord in there too. Although I don't see any game transfers. So it should be fine. Oh, prices are going back up. Samsung increases their prices by 25% this quarter. Wow. So if you need to buy an SSD or an NVMe, get it now. All right. 64 terabyte SSDs. Holy, I bet the price on those are a pretty penny. And now we're copying ISOs because I forgot to clear out my downloads. Oh. All right. Yeah, the Micro Center ones are actually not that bad. I actually upgraded my Steam Deck because you needed a 2230 NVMe, and Micro Center had like the best price, like by $50 or something. It was crazy. I guess I had a little bit more left than I thought. These are all just my GitHub projects. We should be able to just pop into our DWM though and build from scratch, so that's actually not a bad deal. Although I do need to install GH now I'm thinking about it. All right, some attributes were not transferred. Everything else was. Great. And if we look, we're here. Remind me to change my host name too. Host name. Let's just call this Studio PC. We'll just clear that out real fast. And let's remove all of trash. All right, got rid of trash too, so we shouldn't have anything there. Do we have our bash RC? Let's source bash RC. We need Starship. Oh, Starship's not in there. What about auto jump? It's not in there either. Maybe I still have yay in here. Oh, dang, man. Well, that's rough. All right, let's first go to DWM Titus. I do want to make sure we get an actual go here. Let's try make. That works. Okay, we missing X server. Can we just do a DWM? Okay, we need X Xenorama. All right, so sudo pacman s, and now we need lib font config. Yeah, that's just font config. And then we need XFT. We're almost there. We're almost there. I feel like this is one of the last packages. All right, can open display. Perfect. Now we should be able to get like Xorg installed. I want to say like Xorg server. We've already installed Xorg xinit, but I want to say we need. Oh yeah, I need to add those commands back in. I don't have a chat bot right now. What am I missing here? I want to say just Xorg, right? And Xorg apps, probably? Okay, default selection. So you got X set root. All right, I feel like those are all needed. And then for this one, we got xrandar, yeah. Let's just grab them all. I feel like all those are actually beneficial. I don't know when Steam will... I think when Steam moves over to Wayland, we're going to see Wayland really explode. Although, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I want to say the Steam Deck doesn't even have Xorg installed. So I don't even think Steam relies on Wayland. Because when it comes to GameScope and all the other stuff on the Steam Deck, I think everything is on Wayland. Could be wrong, though. All right. If we go Start X, look at that. We have a desktop. Perfect. Let's install some kitty, right? And we will finally be out of here. All right. Beautiful. Now I think we need to get some Thor. Oh, we need to get Yay going. Can't remember the actual repository for this. What is it? AUR. Oops. Git clone. What? No, I have Git, right? Apparently not. Did I not clone the right thing? Yay.git. Make package SI. Oops, okay. So we'll just leave that up. Wait a second, what am I doing? Can I not? Oh, I can't quite. W3M can't grab and copy paste. That's okay. Oh, silly me. I cloned that in the wrong directory. Alright. So now we should just be make package -si. Yeah. Alright, cool. Oh, I could just do a pacman s yay -bin. Oh, my bad. Oops. Okay, well let's try it. I'm curious if we can do yay -bin. Is that in there? What about just yay? Yeah. For AUR packages, I thought you had to build them, and you do. So the more you know. Although, if we go yay s yay -bin, let's switch this so we don't have to rebuild. Yeah, chaotic repo would have it. Probably should do chaotic repo. Yeah, you need yay to install yay.bin. So now we have all that. We have our AUR helper. And I want to say, what were we using the AUR helper? Oh, for thorium. So we should be thorium. And if we look for thorium-bin, should be it. Thorium browser -bin. That has the biggest popularity score, most upvotes. Although there is the SSE3. Nah, let's not get fancy here. Did you guys check me on that? If Xorg is needed or is even used by Steam anymore? I want to say it's not. Because I think the Steam Deck's all Wayland. The GameScope and a lot of the things that it was doing on there, I want to say they are not relying on it. Take that for what you will. So we've got our browser. Does that launch? Does not. Thorium browser. We did run into a problem here. What was it going? Failed to connect to bus. Unknown address type TCP. Probably need... I know what we're missing. Let's install Starship. Does anybody here use Zoxide? I'm thinking about making the switch from AutoJump to Zoxide. It's kind of cool. Oh, I should have done that. Starship bin. Yeah, my bad. Here, we'll just cancel. Oh, Starship bin doesn't exist? Yeah, the Z command. Zoxide's kind of cool. All we have is Starship Git. Oh, okay. Oh, wait. We don't need to do any of this. What am I doing? Cancel. Alright, let's quit this. Instead of Starship... oh, what was Thorium's problem? I forget. Is bottom... Oh, the D-Bus. Let's fix the D-Bus, too. I think we need desktop portal. What was it? Batcat. There's just batcat kit. Okay. They don't have bat in the repos, which is kind of jank, but whatever. This is also could be because it's Artix. Artix's repos are probably a little bit different. And honestly, if we use the repos from like chaotic repo, since it's not really Arch and it's a SystemD free version, we probably should be compiling most of this stuff. Yeah. So yeah, we're on Artix now. Boot time's not really that impressive. I want to say like 10 seconds. We probably should do a timer on that. 6 seconds, yeah. So, you know, you shave about 14 seconds off from SystemD. Oh, fast fetch, yeah. Other things we need to improve, because we're about to make a whole bunch of stuff. This is a huge improvement. I think we got NeoVim working now. I still gotta... Wow, geez, this is gonna drive me crazy. And, oh, is our setup exclusive to APT? No, it is not. Okay. So we now have our NeoVim back. Our DWM's looking pretty good, but for scripts, we are getting batcat. For this one, I was looking for... What was I pulling on this? It wasn't the status bar. I think it was the dbus. So dbus activation environment is not SystemD. Update activation environment. Help. Can we just do an all? I think we can just actually just do all and get rid of SystemD. Let's go with that. And then if we go dbus, that should now get our thing. And if we go Thorium browser, do we get a launch? No. Ah, it's a locked profile. This is a Chromium thing. Oh, this locked profile is... It's an actual open file. It's such a weird thing. Where was that lock file at? Chromium lock file. This is so stupid. I think it's... Let's go back to root. But if we just remove... let's install Starship too. Oh, but before we do that, I need to sudo vim etc make package. All right, need to figure out a way to get rid of that, but there should be a threads or make flags. Yeah, you got it. This is such a clutch thing. If you've let's just go make flags 12. So I have 12 cores. If you don't and you go to compile stuff, like now if we do Starship, you'll see it should install like infinitely faster. So for the compilation, it was using one thread out of 12. So now it should build with all 12 threads. I don't know why it defaults to one thread. I feel like they should be doing some type of check on install. But if you do have really slow compile times, make sure you're checking your make flags. Now this is just using Rust here. So Rust does a pretty good job of that by defaults. Yeah, I tried Slackware and honestly loving it. It's got a cult following, man. Slackware is one of the oldest distributions still maintained today, all the way from back in the day. Rust has slow compile times, period. Yeah, well, you think this would be... I mean, this is honestly just... Well, this is the very first compile we've done in a Rust program, so it's probably grabbing a bunch of old, like, libraries and stuff that we haven't used ever. Oh, you're using Hibernation? I don't even use Hibernation almost on anything these days. All right, lock file in Chromium. I'm just gonna Google that real fast. Where's that at? This should be the last time we have to browse the web with the terminal, but should remove snap Chromium. Well, that's a snap. Oh, singleton. Okay. We should be able to do a search for that. Let's see if my... Ah, there it is. Now we should just be able to go singleton lock. Thorium browser. Huzzah! We are in business. All right. Still installing Starship. A make package I don't think might have worked until reboot, maybe. You don't want to reopen everything? Oh my gosh. This sysadmin in me is dying right now. I hate hibernation. I hate people that just lock their computer and walk away. Y'all are a bunch of savages. I'm just going to say it right now. Close out of your stuff. End your session. Oh, I hate persistent sessions. I've had so many problems with that stuff. I remember I even set up a script to just auto-reboot everybody's computer at midnight just because I got tired of people locking files and then having all these problems. And I just told the, owners, and I was like, hey, if we don't do this, we're not going to get reliable backups. A wee bit of a lie, a white lie, if you will. But man, everything works so much better. My support calls dropped like in half, and people complain for like a week or two, but they got used to their computer rebooting itself at midnight and everything just getting force closed. I'm kind of proud of that moment. Citrix persistence issues, yeah. Citrix is interesting. I still kind of like Citrix though. Like, Citrix is really neat because when you look at like Zen Desktop, it's cool because you can launch any application you could think up, and you could do it like on an iPad or a Linux box or a Mac, whatever it was. It really freed you from the system. So, well, Citrix is pretty aggressive and very corporate. It's a really neat piece of tech, and they are definitely Sue happy as well. So I don't defend them from a company standpoint, but from a software standpoint, it is kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie, I do actually still like Citrix to this day. So we got our NeoVim, we got our browser, we've got a basic desktop. I think we reboot this and say we're on Artix now. The only thing that I'm sitting here going, this is a little jank. We are installing Starship, and this is taking a century. Why? Why is this taking so long? We are literally just theming out our prompt. I don't understand. Look at that. It heard me. So since we're on Artix, we have to rebuild everything. There we go. Functional prompts, functional browser, find joy in the ordinary, and a reboot. Oh, crap. My reboot command is... What is my reboot command? Oh, that should work. Actually, maybe not. Is there shutdown utils? I feel like we're missing a fundamental problem here. I think it's glibc. Nope. Sbin exists. Huh. I don't know if it's in my mind, but it definitely does feel a little snappier. Dang, look at those package counts, though. 358 packages. Holy crap. Oh. So the actual command for OpenRC, it's an alias of shutdown, and it references OpenRC shutdown single. Okay. And if we do a reboot, yeah. We could issue those commands. Probably an easy way to do that would be just edit, like do a vsudo and do that. All right, let's reboot, see what it looks like on reboot using old OpenRC. It's pretty cool though. It just felt like when I went to install like Artix and I was just messing around, I felt good about it. That's the thing. It was like, ooh, this is cool. Still got some fixes in the top right to really kind of address. Some other dependencies, like I think I need Fay. Install that. Oh, Pipewire. Yeah, we need Pipewire as well. Although, why is this messing up? Oh, our mirrors. We absolutely. This is what's slowing us down on the installs. Update Arch mirrors. And honestly, I think the Arch Titus project does this. And I can't remember what I did for that. Oh, wait, do we not have internet? Oh, we might not be having internet, do we? Oh, we do. Oh, I plugged that one thing. I forgot. We need to go off the 10G card, man. My bad. That's what's happening. I was like, what is happening here? All right, let's go Arch Titus. Here we go. And we look at the configs. I think it is not that. I think it was during the setup. This all is good. This was resetting like the packages. But the thing we really needed would have been the mirror list. Reflector. So, do we not have reflector? Reflector's not there. Oh, that's unfortunate. Did I misspell it maybe? Yeah, so Harry, I don't think we have the package reflector in Artix. And right now the mirrors are a bit slow, and since they're different, did we? Oh, forgot that too. Let's try that. I didn't. That's also going to be helpful. Parallel downloads. Rate mirrors. That might work. Yeah, the one downside to us using Artix over something else like regular Arch is you're going to have to build everything. All the bin files are made with SystemD in mind, so you're going to be compiling a lot of stuff. It does seem like there's a lot more Rust-based programs these days, though. Yeah, this is more of a test. Can we use everything without SystemD? And is it even worth it? I think the big question, I think it's a yes/no. I think you totally can use a system without SystemD. Obviously, in 2023, yeah, it's a little inconvenient. It's like picking Gentoo. Well, actually, not that bad. But I think at the end of the day, it's really probably not worth avoiding SystemD. You get faster boot times, but you're going to lose all that efficiency when you got to compile all your programs. Although, if you're not installing very many programs, you might want a less bloated init system, so it may make sense. So for some people, I'd say, yeah, it's worth it. For most people, probably not. Did we already get TLDR? Does TLDR work still? Let's do an update, actually, just to make sure the cache gets updated. Okay. Now TLDR rate mirrors. Ah, not there. Okay. Did I use rate mirrors? I don't think I used rate mirrors here. Set up mirrors. Maybe in the 0. I might have done it in the pre-install and then just copy that mirror. Yeah, see, I was using reflector. Ah, that's unfortunate. Okay. All right, so install it, blah, blah, blah. Usage. Base option, subcommand, blah, blah, blah. Rate mirrors Artix. Oh, is it really that simple? Oh man, that's a simple command. So that's really all it is? That seems too easy. I'm skeptical. I expected it to be difficult. I don't have my system keyboard here. Okay, whatever. Ooh, that is faster. Look at that. Okay. That's cool. All right, rate mirrors. See, there's always a fun project. Anytime I reinstall a system, I know people are like, why are you reinstalling again? You always find something new. That's a cool project. I'm starring that. I dig it. Man, that's cool. Yeah, rate mirrors. What a great project. No, you can't really use the chaotic AUR. I don't think chaotic AUR on Artix is going to be good. I mean, it would be cool. Let's see. I mean, I guess everyone's going to do like a CYA and say, no, you really shouldn't do that. I would imagine. Let's see if it's here. Man, I just got a working system. I don't know if I want to mess with this and end up breaking my system because I installed chaotic. Installing the chaotic AR is like shooting yourself in the foot, because if you don't update for a long time, you get Pac-Man key conflicts and spend 20 minutes fixing your Pac-Man keys. Oh, that's just the Arch experience. I feel let's just leave it. I'm pretty happy with this. We're set up. We're on a new system. Everything's working pretty good. Let's do like a fast fetch. I think somebody wanted fast fetch just to see the difference. Let's see what the build looks like now. Fast fetch. I mean, for a build and install there, that seemed pretty good. Let's see. All right, here comes the compile. I hear my system firing up back there, so it's not just using one thread. All right. Ooh, there we go. Fast fetch instead of neo fetch. I use fast fetch just for bash RC. UWU fetch. Oh, game test. Oh my gosh, yeah. We got to do Steam. Oh, geez. Probably Steam's. Where's Steam? Is it Steam installer, dash installer, or some stupid thing? Steam run, Steam pipe, Proton. Oh, I'm missing multilib. I'm such an idiot. Yeah. Let's go etc nvim pacman.com. All right. I don't think you need... What's the lib32 gremlins? It's kind of weird, right? That must be like Bleeding Edge or something. I don't think I'd trust it. Alright. Yay! Okay. This one, we're going to use... Oh, which one was the best one out of this? I don't think it was AMD VLK. I want to say it was Vulkan Radeon. Or maybe it was AMD VLK. Vulkan Radeon? Okay, Vulkan Radeon, okay. I flip-flopped between the two, and I was like, I can't remember which one I was using. And then for this one, we'd want Vulkan Radeon number 5. Make sure we match those up, not make a complete noob mistake. I think we'll grab DXVK and wine staging. For this one, DXVK, I'm going to just grab DXVK bin and wine staging. Alright, so Vulkan Radeon, wine staging, DXVK. Let's check Lutris's website, actually. Lutris drivers wine or something. I can't remember exactly what it was. Multilib. Maybe not. Let's go wine dependencies. Just to see if there's any other extra ones we needed. Alright. A few more. Feeling snappy. We're missing Rofi. Let's get that going. Ah, there's Rofi. Okay. What are we at now? Let's go fast fetch. Total package count 539. That is a low package count. I am liking that package count. Oh, pipe wire. Oh, geez. We're gonna need some sound, right? Let's go pipe wire. I feel like there should have been some other stuff that we got there. Probably session. Is it session manager? No, wire plumber. Yeah. We're just gonna shut that down. I think it's wire plumber, right? Is the acceptable. Don't use pipe wire session manager anymore. You want wire plumber. And then probably pipe wire pulse. Something like that. And like Pavu control. Yeah, okay. How do we enable it? Yeah, the lib32 pipe wires. Oh, do we have Chatterino? Let me get Chatterino real fast. You can't. There is no system CTL. Oh man. All right. Let's go Chatterino Git. We're gonna go app image. Let's go Git. Let's build it. We'll just build the binary. Oh, there's a CTL shim. I feel kind of dirty though using a systemctl on an OpenRC system. All right, sure. Do you CTL shim? This sounds like sacrilege to me though. That seems so wrong. No, I can't. I don't think I can do the systemctl shim. I feel like we're violating the sanctity of OpenRC by doing such a thing. I agree with you, Loop. 100%. I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't think I can do that. Let's just do a listing. We'll grep. I bet you, OpenRC's been around longer than SystemD. I bet you the Pipewire people made a service. Let's just do a listing and see if the service is there. So why Chatterino's installing? Let's just see. We'll do OpenRC, and we're gonna go. Actually, let's just switch user. OpenRC, and we want. Where's my OpenRC service? Or maybe it's RC. I want to say we could just do -L. Yeah, okay. And so we'll do -L grep pipe. All right, well, that's true, Steven. The project adds an OpenRC wrapper to emulate systemctl on systems without systemd. This is done because some developers write code as if only systemd is out there and no other operating system or init system exists. Yeah, I kind of agree with you actually there. That makes it less dirty. All right, Blue, take it easy. Thanks for stopping in and enjoying this train wreck of an install. Although, I think we ended in a pretty good spot here. This is just a solid system. How long can I stay on it? I don't know. I do feel like we do need the systemctl shim. 100%. Let's just GitHub, and we're going to grab that. OZ123. Oh, dude, it hasn't been updated in 4 years, though, and it has 6 stars. Dang. That, that does not make me give me the warm and fluffies inside. Oh. 5 minutes. I mean, what's the worst that could happen running a 4-year-old script for your system, init system? I mean, it looks pretty basic. That's not much, but it's really just, I don't know. It's not really a shim though. It's just a script. Is the thorium delay for updates is something you care about? Well, you know what? Someone asked me last stream. Let's just check. Let's just go to the... Oh my gosh, I'm blind! Ah! Oh, let's see. Yeah. Like, we had the pre-stage. There's already been a couple more commits in this. If he wasn't updating this, yeah, I'd be concerned. But every time I'm loaded up from the same... Every Linux YouTuber's out there is going to criticize anything I do. It's just the nature of the beast. This is a great project. They can go fly a kite. That's kind of where I'm at now. I'm just like, unless something else happens. But every time I pull it up, I'm seeing updates, man. I understand it's still running behind. It's not at 118 and it's still in pre-stage, but whatever. Jeez, that is a bright page though. Oh, there we go. Loop TJ. D in it. We could have done D in it. What Firefox did to you? I don't know. I've just never been a big Firefox guy. You think I would be, but I'm just not. Anyways, I think here, looking at everything, like, this is just correlating this. Here, we'll do that. But if we do, like, RC status, we have that. What else can we do? let's do a service list. Did this add... So we got NetworkManager, we got dbus. There's really not a whole lot going on here. I think what we really need is a Pipewire OpenRC. I bet someone's done it. It might be that we just needed a log out, log back in kind of thing. Yeah, Wire Plumber. I knew that this had been deprecated for Wire Plumber. And then in this, make sure you enter the following at the bottom of the file. Okay. Oh. Because Pipewire does not need any server starting. It is necessary to add relevant startup commands to auto start on your desktop. Okay. So it doesn't run as a service, is the too long didn't read of this. Oh, geez, okay. Well, let's just do this. So then we reboot, and we should have it all. Now, I do want like an auto login, probably switching it from multi-user to graphical right here, and then just doing like a light DM would probably be good because it's not running the X in it. Now, if we do like a start X, see, it's still not doing that. Oh no, there it goes. That's cool. Oh, I love it. Perfection. This is beautiful. I think we end it here. This is as happy of a scenario I could have possibly envisioned since I started. I want to thank you all for staying with me, seeing me suffer. OpenRC's syntax I still am not very good at, so I might tinker around a little more. Or just grab that shim like Steven put out too. That's a neat idea. Very cool. Yeah, DWM configs on GitHub. So if you want to steal from something for me, go right ahead. Just github.com/ChrisTitusTech, all one word, and we're good. That is quite a great experience all around. I mean, honestly, the Artix team, I think, did a pretty good job putting it together. And, dude, like, wow, so good. Now I'm looking at it. We're missing something. We're missing PyCom. Yeah. So probably need a relaunch. Like if we jump to scripts, cat. What's our auto start look like? Let's just do like a PyCon. Let's see. Oh, PyCom's probably not gonna work there, huh? Refresh rate has been remove it. No, it's going. So PyCom's going. Just not giving me any, still got to do some troubleshooting on my compositor there. So good. But anyways, that is awesome. Love it. So much fun. And we're SystemD free. Initial impressions after doing this 4 hours, I don't know. It could be the placebo effect, but it does feel snappier. Even by just a hair, a microsecond, but it does feel snappier. Obviously, the startup's considerably faster. And I didn't even remove the grub delay yet, so I can make it even faster than it is. I don't know, maybe the future's not SystemD. Maybe SystemD is bloat. Till next time, guys. Take it easy, have a fun one. All the wallpapers are listed at Nord-background on the GitHub as well. If you ever want anything from me, chances are it's on my GitHub. And Synergy's not working again. Well, same story. Just now I'm on OpenRC. All right, y'all. Deuces.